Shalawam. I'm your brother Jeremiah from the branch of GMS South Carolina Midlands. Before we start off, all praise, honor, and glory belongs to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And Shalawam unto you, hopeful elect, scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalawam. The Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is bringing war to the planet Earth. All right. We are in the time of war. All right. And it's all according to prophecy. And in today's time, this war that's being spoke about, is concerning World War III. Okay. And the end result of this war will end in thermonuclear fire. All right. Thus bringing in the destruction and the end of Esau Edom's kingdom. All right. And ultimately the deliverance, right, of the house of Israel, starting with the elect, right? Because we know, according to prophecy, 2/3 will have to be caught up in this judgment, right? So getting straight into the scriptures, before I even play these videos, these news reports, let's read the book of Jeremiah 28:8. It says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil," and evil goes into bad times, "and of pestilence." Okay. So you see the prophets, they prophesied in the ancient kingdoms before this kingdom. All right. And America is a great kingdom. All right. It's a wicked kingdom. All right. But it is considered a great kingdom. All right. And nothing but war, evil, bad times, and pestilence is coming to this place, man. All right. And the prophets are here today proclaiming that. All right. As it is written in the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 32. We'll go to it real quick for edification's sake. Through the Spirit. Let's go to the book of First Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 32. And it reads, it says, "And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets." So you see, no matter what reincarnation, being brought back in the flesh, the prophets will always be prophets. All right. And the prophets are here today, starting with our apostles and our elders. All right. And their apostles and their elders. All right. Before us. Okay. Before them. All right. And, the Lord, he always sent out his prophets, right, before he did anything. Right. He always revealed, his secrets, right, unto his servants, the prophets, and we'll get that, right? These, said prophets will go out there and prophesy, man. Okay, this is Amos 3:7. "Surely the Lord Yahawah will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets." So you see the prophets, they have all the answers, man. All right, they have the truth of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right, and the prophets are here today to prophesy the words of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right, unto the house of Israel. All right, and the prophets are here today, condemning the kingdoms, all right, of these heathens, starting with Esau Edom, man. Okay, the so-called white man. All right. And right now we are in the time of war, man. All right. What war? World War III. All right, let's get that. This is the book of Revelation, the 11th chapter and the 14th verse. Okay, take heed, Israel. All right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, natives, and Seminole Indians of today. You are the true children of Israel, man. All right. This is Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and woe means destruction, right? And this second woe that is past is concerning World War II, all right? "And behold, the third woe cometh quickly." And that's what we're telling you, Israel, all right? World War III the third world woe, all right? The third woe, all right? It cometh quickly, man. It's right around the corner, all right? So with that being said, let me go ahead and play this video, man. All right, these couple videos concerning World War III and how, these things that's happening around the world with these different nations is leading up to it. Okay.
All right, so the world is descending into complete and utter chaos, one day at a time. My goodness, we have major news today that a massive nuclear drill that is going to involve 51 million people, all descending at the same time into one of 17,000 nuclear bunkers, is about to commence in the coming weeks ahead. And it wouldn't be so bad if the military of said country didn't decide to run a massive joint military exercise at the same time. Talk about a provocative move, if I ever heard one. Things could just pop off on August 23rd. Remember that the Ukrainians had telegraphed that they were going to do a massive drone strike in Moscow on the 23rd. Now, this other country that we're going to talk about in just a moment is planning one of the biggest nuclear drills they've ever run on that day. And the president of that country is saying this one is going to be different. Guys, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. What you're seeing behind me is something that we have been warning people about for some time. Apparently, according to the Kiev Post, this video is of Latvian soldiers doing some sort of military exercise. Apparently, they're moving their forces as well as other Baltic states and Poland towards the Belarusian border in response to threats from the private mercenary Wagner organization, as well as the nuclear weapons that Russia has positioned there. So this is just getting wildly out of control. We have so many points on the map to refer to today. Let's talk about the 5 major theaters of World War III that are simmering right now. We have, of course, the biggest one, and these are going to be in order of nuclear potential significance. Ukraine. We have the Korean Peninsula. We have the Taiwan-China issue. We now have, of course, the Strait of Hormuz, where the U.S. Marines could potentially be engaging the Iranians if they decide to commandeer more commercial vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. And we also have Africa about to descend into total chaos. I mean, the war that started in Ukraine set all of this off. It was all a chain reaction. In fact, you could probably go all the way back to COVID, that it was the stress that COVID put on the supply chains, the economic stress that brought out all of these conflicts, which were just lying latent, dormant for the longest period of time. They just needed a trigger. And now that you've had the one in Ukraine, it's causing economic pressure on all of these other developing nations and militaries and everybody on the global economy. And that is bringing out the worst in everybody. Now let's talk.
You see, so we got to know what time we're in, according to prophecy. All right, you see these nations running military exercises, all right, in case of, a nuclear, bomb, all right, going into bunkers, all right, which, if you're in the shores of America, the bunkers will do you no justice, right? Because this place will be a desert, at the end of World War III, right? But nonetheless, we have to understand what times we're in according to prophecy as it is written. 2 Esdras 9:1, we were told to measure the times diligently in itself. All right, and what we see is part of the signs past, which he has told us before. Matter of fact, instead of paraphrasing it, let's go to it and read it. All right, this is 2 Esdras chapter 9 and verse 1, getting straight to the point. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself." And how do we do that? We look at these current events happening in the planet Earth, right? And we measure it, right, by way of the scriptures, what was foretold, all right? And it says, "And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So there's particular signs that we should be looking for, that would indicate what, the return of our Lord Yahawashi. All right. And taking a peek into these signs, that was foretold. Let's go to the book of Matthew, Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. But the point is on down, right? Getting into the signs. Matthew 24 and 3, it says, And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? All right. And this is the disciples, questioning Yahawashi on what shall be the sign of his coming, his second coming. All right. Which we're close to that day, man. All right. When the Lord Yahawashi will return, and we're going to look at these signs that will indicate so. All right. And the end of the world. All right. And that world goes into a eon, all right, which is a period of time or an age. All right. So the end of, Esau Edom's rulership, man. Okay. The end of Esau Edom's world, his period of time to rule. Okay. But Matthew 24 and 4 says, And Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. Yeah, and this is concerning, the false prophets, right? You have, your church, mega church pastors out there, right, which are false prophets. Right? You have false prophets in the house of Israel, coming with false doctrine, damnable heresies, teaching for filthy lucre, all right, but not giving you the 100% truth of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right, so this, false prophets, saying that they're anointed when the Lord didn't send them. All right, the false prophets, they are part of the signs, man. Okay, and they are deceiving many of the house of Israel, man. Okay, Matthew 24 and 6, it says, And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So you see, hey, what is this man talking about? Drills, nuclear military drills, right? Hiding within bunkers, right? Getting ready for nuclear attacks. Countries getting ready for war. The Ukrainian war, sparking off other conflicts around the world concerning war. Hey, these are the things that the Lord told his disciples, which we take today, measuring the times, man. Part of the signs, man. All right, that the Lord Yahawashi is about to return. This devil's kingdom, his rulership, all right, it is eon. All right, this period of time, his age is coming to an end, man. Right? It says, And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And we're seeing these things, man. All right. All you got to do is go into the Google and type in war, and you're going to see all different types of conflicts. All right. All you got to do is go into the Google, all right, and go to news and type in famines. You got famines happening, all right, around the world, all right, especially in South Africa, all right, which we see the Russia Ukraine, concerning war. Russia just bombed wheat silos, that pretty much Ukraine pretty much supplies the 30 to 40% of Europe, man. So there's a worldwide famine, all right, looming in the background, which will come to the planet Earth worldwide, okay? And it says, and pestilences, yeah, you have all these different types of diseases, man, okay? I recently seen a news report where a man, he was bit by a flea, all right? And whatever disease that flea was holding, he pretty much had to, amputate, his body parts, man. Okay. And, you got cases of malaria, spiking, STDs spiking, especially amongst the house of Israel. All right. and so on and so forth, man. It says and earthquakes, and you could just type in earthquakes into Google as well and go to news. You'll just see all the various different earthquakes in diverse places, as the Lord told us, man. Right? So the signs are all over, man. We should be paying attention, all right, to these signs. It says all these are the beginning of sorrows, verse 8, man. Okay? So you see, prophecy is happening, man. It's being fulfilled right before our eyes, man. All right. And the Lord Yahawashi is right around the corner, man. All right. World War III is right around the corner. All right. We see the MOTB, all right, on the scene. All right. It's not enforced yet. All right. Which it will be. All right. Concerning prophecy, Revelation 13:16 through 18. All right. It's on the scene. All right. Everything is moving towards, a digital, society, concerning CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. All right. You got your Amazon One Pay, where you could pay for things with the palm of your hand, which is pretty much ushering you in to receiving that charagma, man, that MOTB, that RFID micro C hip. So these the prophecies are right in your face, okay? And that reminds me of this precept right here, man. Okay? Of the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3. Then we'll get back into the topic of war, man. All of this is concerning, the return of our Lord Yahawashi and the end of this devil's kingdom, man. All right. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. And, the visions is the prophecies, man. All right. They're yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak. How is it speaking? It's going to come to pass and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And, not to skip over, it said at the end, man, all right, it shall speak. Okay. So the end of this devil's rulership is here, and prophecy is speaking loud and clear, man. All right. If you can't see it, hey, Lord got you blinded. All right. Going back to Romans 11 and 7 on down to 8. Okay. So you see these nations, they're getting ready. All right. They're getting their military together, doing exercises, man. All right. Let's go to this news article right here, man.
All right, well, China and Russia conducting a joint naval operation, bringing 11 ships near the coast of Alaska last week. The U.S. mobilizing 4 destroyers and patrol planes in response to guide the ships away from U.S. waters. The Wall Street Journal editorial board writing, quote, the naval patrol is best understood as a warning that U.S. territory isn't safe, as well as a test of how the U.S. will respond. The world is getting more dangerous, and a complacent U.S. political class isn't educating the public about the growing threats. Joining me now.
Do you see? These nations, the tensions are rising, man. Right? U.S., China, Russia, right? North Korea. Okay, and North Korea, man, they've been test firing their ICBMs, often lately. you know, so we are in the time of war, man. Let's read this, Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So let's see what, season and time that we are in. All right, let's go to the point in verse 8. Okay. So the Lord has set seasons and times for prophecy to come to pass, man. All right. Ecclesiastes 3 and 8, a time to love and a time to hate. And we are definitely in the time of hate right now. All right. We are not in the time of love. All right. Concerning prophecy, let's go back to Matthew, the 24th chapter, man. Okay. Matthew 24 and verse 12, concerning that we are in the time of hate. Okay. It says, Matthew 24 and 12, and because iniquity being sin shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. So you see, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's why you see all these different, heinous crimes, right? A lack of empathy, for others, man, here in this kingdom. All right. Because iniquity, sin is abounding, right, under the rule of this devil Esau Edom, the wicked, man. Right. Going back to Malachi 1 and 4, the border of wickedness. Okay. And, we are definitely in the time of hate, man, right? Also concerning this truth. Yahweh Shemel Shai has his prophets, just like in the days of old, Jeremiah 28:8, all right, prophesying of war, evil, and pestilence. All right, so concerning this truth, all right, the world, hates us, man. All right. And really, it hates, Yahweh Shemel Shai, it hates Yahawashi, all right, before it hated us, man. All right, so we are, being heavily hated upon for bringing out the truth, right, of Yahweh Shemel Shai, condemning this place, man. All right. And I want to get that point real quick. Get straight to the point. This is St. John 15:18. If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. So you see, the world really hates Yahweh Shai, man. All right. And with us bringing out the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, operating in Revelation 19:10, coming with the testimony of our Lord Yahawashi, which is the spirit of prophecy. Hey, the world's gonna hate us as well, man. Okay? It says, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. So you see, we're in the time of hate, man. All right, and the world hates us because we're bringing out the truth, man. It says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep your sayings also. Right? So you see, a time of persecution is coming. All right. And they're not going to keep, the words in which we speak, because we're speaking the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. And persecution is a part of the prophecy as well, man. Okay. So getting back into it, Ecclesiastes 3:8, it says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And we're clearly not in the time of peace, man. All right. We are in the time of war, man. Okay. World War III is around the corner, right? And we're in a spiritual war, man. Okay. And the elect is going to overcome, all right, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay. All through the spirit and the power of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. Let me play this last news article. This actually just happened, right?
Of state procurement, the company
Excuse me. Stop.
is unfathomable. We have a mushroom cloud outside of Moscow at a strategic facility with dozens of casualties. Let me repeat that again. We have a mushroom cloud in a strategic military facility with dozens of casualties just outside of Moscow. Now, guys, I understand that there's trolls lurking in the shadows looking for a safe place to vent every single day, but please, you can be angry at me. I understand the weight of economic contraction is bearing down on you. The angst is overwhelming and you need a safe place to vent. You can be angry, but please don't be stupid. We all know you're secretly prepping in the shadows. I would continue to do so. We're going to talk about what exactly happened at this facility, what they were working on there, what nobody else is talking about, and boy, is this significant. Maui is an apocalyptic hellscape. The Texas power grid is on the brink of collapse. There's been another attempt to attack these spent fuel rods at a nuclear power facility. Sergei Shoigu, the Russian Minister of Defense, says that Poland is preparing an invasive force and is going to enter Ukraine soon. We also have them bolstering the troop presence on their western flank. We have North Korea drawing up invasion plans for South Korea. French troops are attacking soldiers in Niger. Biden is getting ready to ask Congress for another $10 billion. The price of oil is skyrocketing. Inflation is on the rise once again. Poland is sending 2,000 more troops to Belarus. Massive convoys of military vehicles en route to Ukraine. We have oil spiking once again due to what's going on in the Black Sea, among other things. We got more Patriot missiles sent into Ukraine. We got to talk about the drought in Canada, among other things. Now, look, I could be very aggrieved at these trolls, and I know.
See that list which he was listing? all right, concerning war, concerning these nations getting ready for war, all right? You see that mushroom cloud from, a attack, right? It wasn't a nuclear attack, all right? But we know that, a nuclear, bomb will look similarly, right? And way much more devastation. All right, we know that time is coming, man. All right, so let's read this right here, man. I was reading this earlier. Let's go to Joel 3 and 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, being the heathens. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. All ye men of war draw near. Let them come up. So you see, the Lord is preparing these nations for war, man. All right. And the prophets are proclaiming that. All right. Prophesying of it. All right. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So concerning plowshares and pruning hooks, right, is dealing with the agricultural tools, of these nations. All right. So instead of tending to agricultural needs, all right, they're, tending to military needs. All right. They're getting ready for war, man. Okay. And concerning let the weak say I am strong, bringing up North Korea again, man. All right. North Korea would be considered one of the weaker nations. All right. But because they now have, the ICBM thermonuclear capability, which they have been, exercising, shooting those missiles, over South Korea, anytime a U.S. Representative, goes over there, that's them, puffing up, saying that they're strong. All right. Everything is on even ground now, man. Okay. It says Joel 3 and 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. So see, the Lord is getting all the heathen, all right, including Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord, Yahawashi, and that's the Lord, bringing his heavenly host, the angels, man. All right, remember Yahawashi, he's returning, with the thousands of heaven. All right. That's second Esdras, the 13th chapter. Okay. Joel 3 and 12. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, that's them being gathered, all right, in what they would call the Middle East. All right. And, concerning Jehoshaphat, it would translate in the Paleo Hebrew of Yahawah, which means Yahawah has judged. All right. So you see the Lord, all right, is about to judge all these heathens, and it's about to say it. It says, for there I will sit to judge all the heathen round about. All right. Because this is all the Lord's anger, man. Okay. And when the Lord brings that judgment, all right, upon these heathen, it's got the result is fire, man. Okay. Thermonuclear fire, right? Concentrated fire from the chariots of Israel, which they would call so-called UFOs, man. All right. So you see, we are in the time of war, man. All right. And concerning America, Babylon the Great, this place is about to be wiped off the face of the earth, man. Okay, it's about to be a desert, man. Okay. Second Esdras 15 and 49, it says, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, all right, widowhood. You're gonna have a lot of women, all right, without their men, all right, without their husbands, all right, in the times of war, man. Okay, because their husbands is gonna be sent off, by way of draft, all right. They're even gonna send off their little sons, all right. And concerning today's time, it's not just gonna be men and their sons, all right. Their husbands and their sons gonna be sent off, man. They're gonna send their daughters, all right, and might send, some of you women out there. I seen last year, I was on, my doing a little bit of door dashing, right? But I seen on the news where pretty much it would allow women to enter into the draft. Okay. So We're in the time of war, and this war is going to be all hands on deck. All right. But reading this again, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood. Yeah, women gonna be losing their husbands by way of this war. Poverty, okay. Yahawashi, is destroying the economy, all right, of Esau Edom, the US dollar, the world reserve currency, which is all leading up to what? All right, the hour of temptation, all right, the push, the implementation of that RFID micro chip, this digital system. All right, it says famine, all right, the lack of food, all right, the lack of water, okay, sword, okay, and the Lord, he's gonna, have men fighting against another with swords in their hands, being the gun, all right, and the ultimate sword that the Lord is bringing to this place is thermonuclear fire, man, the ultimate sword, all right, and pestilence, all these different diseases, man. All right, and one thing about war, when you have dead bodies sprawled all over the ground, all right, especially in this war, the Lord said that they're not going to be buried, man. All right, it says to waste their houses with destruction and death. So you see, that's what the Lord is bringing. This is the Lord's judgment, okay, upon the heathen, all right, especially upon Esau, Edom, all right, and 2/3 of the house of Israel will be caught up in this judgment as well. All right, so I want to make a quick point. I was talking about pestilence, on how the Lord, diseases can be brought up, all right, when bodies aren't buried, and the Lord won't allow a lot of the bodies to be buried during this time, all right. That's just how the Lord gonna have it set up, man. All right, let's read this, Jeremiah 25:33. It says, and the slain of the Lord, Yahawashi, shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other. Hold up. Let me read that again, man. And the slain of the Lord, Yahawashi, shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. Okay? When the scriptures tell us in Isaiah 66:16 that the slain of the Lord shall be many, that was not an over exaggeration, man. Okay? The Lord is going to have bodies, dead people, people being judged from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth, man. Okay? They shall not be lamented. Yeah, they ain't going to have time to sit there and lament and cry over you, man. Okay? Neither gather. Yeah, you gather up the bodies, nor buried. So the Lord ain't going to allow you to be buried, if you get, judged during this time, man. Are you going to see a lot of dead bodies just sprawled all over the place, man? Okay? And that's going to bring about, disease, man, pestilence. All right? They shall be dung upon the earth. So we are in some very serious and heavy times. All right? We are in the time to where the Lord is about to judge the whole earth, man. All the heathen, 2/3 of the house of Israel, and the only ones that's going to survive all this, be protected and delivered, is the Lord's elect of the house of Israel, man. Okay? Man, we living in some heavy times, man. Okay? A time of war, man. All right, very serious times, man. Um, I want to get another precept that comes to mind. If it be the Lord's will, I'll get it. Let's go to the book of Second Esdras, chapter 13, and we can start at verse 29. It says, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And the Lord is coming back to deliver, right? Beam up his elect, okay? You of the house of Israel, all right? That are part of the hopeful elect, the 144,000, the great multitude, all right, spoken about in Revelation, the 7th chapter, man. All right, the 1/3, okay? It says, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. Verse 30. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Yeah, the Lord is coming back as a thief in the night. All right. It's going to catch everybody off guard except for his hopeful elect, man. Okay. It says, verse 31, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another. Right. You're going to have, not just a regular war going on, concerning, the nations. All right. You're going to have one city against another, one place against another, one people against another. You're going to have race wars. All right. And one realm against another. All right. And that's when the Lord Yahawashi returns, with the heavenly host, coming from the spiritual realm. All right. He cracks, the heavens. Right. And you can read earlier up in this chapter, the man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. That's concerning Yahawashi coming with the heavenly host. All right. He's going to come to the planet Earth. All right. This physical realm. All right. And he's going to take over the kingdoms of this earth, man. All right. It's not even going to be a fight, man. All right. The Lord is just going to dominate, man. All right. And I want to bring this up one more time before I close it out. Revelation 11 and 14, and it segues into Yahawashi being the victor, man. All right. And his hopeful elect. All right. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past. World War II. Woe means destruction. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The third world war is right around the corner, man. All right. All these nations being gathered together. All right. Fighting against another. All right. Being gathered in the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right. Yahawah Yahweh is judge. All right. Over there in the quote unquote Middle East. All right. So that the Lord can destroy, all right, all these militaries of these different nations, man. All right. And that would mean what? Yahawashi wins, man. Yahawashi and his hopeful elect. All right. Bahasham Yahawashi wins and the hopeful elect. Okay. Revelation 11 and 15. And the seventh angel sounded, and there was a great voice in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and of his anointed. All right, and that's the hopeful elect. And he shall reign forever and ever. Okay? So you see, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi wins. All right, Yahawashi is going to win. All right, when he returns with the heavenly host to deliver the elect. All right, and the elect is going to win with them. Right? Because, they're going to be joint heirs with Hamashiach Yahawashi. Right? And they're going to reign forever and ever, the everlasting kingdom, man. All right, so I pray and hope that this was edifying through the Spirit. Just wanted to put it out there to the house of Israel, man. We're in the time of war, man. Okay? And the only way we're going to escape, this time of war, which will end in thermonuclear fire, all right, is through Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All right, so I pray and hope that this is edifying through the Spirit. That, Shalawam.